I'll make this a super short and very important video if you want to make money next week and in April. I respect your time, so let's not waste any of it and jump right into the first stock, Palantir. I'm going to show you my position on Palantir. My portfolio is back at $3.5 million, and I do have a Palantir position that I'm still holding. I currently have 2,600 shares of Palantir. I'm up $170,000, and I'm still holding this as 8% of my portfolio. Now, I wanted to take a look at the technical analysis, which is really interesting. Palantir here has had a pretty big fall from $126 per share. I knew that it was overbought here for sure, but I didn't really expect it to fall under $100. Right now, I think it's trading for a discount, and under $100 per share is a pretty good entry. Right now, we're trading for $88 per share, which I think is pretty fair. It's a tough time for investors right now, and the new tariff policies from Trump administration have investors really rattled. But looking at Palantir in the business, I think they're going to do really well. See, what's going on is tariffs are taxes placed on imports and exports. And while they're generally assessed on certain products or industries, the Trump administration's tariff take aim at goods coming from individual countries. Like we've seen China having what Trump says 145% tariff right now. But you see, all these tariffs on specific countries doesn't really matter for Palantir because its Foundry and AIP can model real-time supply chain impacts, which actually means that the more disruption there is in the whole world with all these tariffs and all these countries kind of scattering, this is actually going to create issues within the supply chain, which is actually what Palantir does. So this actually positively impacts them. Palantir actually helps companies simulate different scenarios and find new suppliers and adjust timelines, which is a huge value add right now in what's going on with the current world politics. Now, mark my words, this storm is actually creating a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Palantir stock. In 2 years from now, 3 years from now, when the stock is 150 or 200, you're going to be kicking yourself for not being invested in Palantir. And the biggest thing that I'm actually looking at is that software isn't affected by tariffs at all. Like, tariffs don't matter when it comes to software. It's an online good. So unlike hardware companies, Palantir doesn't deal with physical imports or exports. So it's insulated from direct tariff damage while solving problems for everyone else. It's more in demand now than ever. The valuation has dropped, and it's a good time to buy Palantir. Of course, in my opinion, not a financial advisor. Now let's talk about the general market and SPY, because I am personally purchasing SPY hand over fist, bicep over tricep, all right? Bringing that back because I'm excited. I think we finally found some stability. I'm excited because, I was honest. It's been a tough market. Portfolio fell down, but now I'm going to go back in there, all right? Trump said that we would love to work out a deal with China recently. However, it's looking like it's a very complicated situation, but we do have a 90-day pause. And at the very least, I think that SPY is going to find some good footing right now. I will tell you, I can't predict the future, but if you look at the past and history, it's pretty much always a good time to purchase SPY. And when there's fear in the market, that is a really good opportunity, which is why I truly believe it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, because all of this turmoil and all this volatility is a very good buying opportunity for an investor who has time that they can spend in the market. Volatility and uncertainty create opportunity. And there's a chance of recession, but statistics and history say that this is a buying opportunity. And I'm going to encourage you guys to dollar cost average. Now check it out. SoFi right now is at $10.70. Under $11 per share, I think SoFi is an absolute bargain. I can show you my SoFi position right now because I am very bullish on SoFi and I am running covered calls. I currently have the 11 covered call right now on SoFi stock. So look, for me, I think SoFi is a good purchase, and right now I'm generating aggressive income on SoFi. If the stock stays below $11 per share, that's fine. I think it's a huge value. If it goes above $11 per share, I'm going to have to sell my shares because I have a covered call. But this week, this specific week, I'm going to be selling some more put options in my Discord community because I want more exposure into SoFi stock. SoFi is scheduled to release its Q1 2025 financial results on April 29th, 2025, and these results are going to be juicy. I truly believe that SoFi is about to blow our socks out of the water, okay? Market turmoil or not, that factor is completely out of my control. But looking at the earnings, I think they're going to come in hot, because if you look at the SoFi business model, it is absolutely genius. They come in with, basically winning someone's trust, winning someone's business, right up front with a small little fee. Come and use a SoFi savings account. We got some savings accounts, good APY, but then they hit you with some private student loans, and they hit you with some personal loans, and they hit you with the home loans, and they hit you with the checking, the savings, the credit card. And then in SoFi Invest. SoFi Invest is huge. They got stocks, ETFs, IRAs, and even IPO access. So you come in to SoFi, you got a little taste, you got a little nimble, and then boom, whop, they got you. They got you on like 10 different programs. They got you on SoFi Insights, financial planning services, SoFi Protect. Not to mention, it's not just the consumer stuff. They also got B2B. They have the Galileo system. So that's banking as a service platform, which is genius. So look, I think SoFi has literally one of the best business models, and they're also disrupting the market. Like if you take a look at some of the banks, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Bank of America, these guys are like dinosaurs. You take a look at SoFi, they're actually innovating. So market turmoil, volatility, it's a good opportunity. In fact, I truly believe it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for a lot of stocks that have sold off big time. Now, let's talk about Nvidia, with the company shares now trading at just 16 times earnings. Now look, I'm gonna go over the technicals on Nvidia right here. You'll see that this stock has been in some trajectory on the downward, and it actually has had a huge swing along with the rest of the market from like 95 up to 110. Now actually, I had a really interesting trade on Nvidia which just expired because Friday ended the market, okay? Going into the weekend, I'm recording this and my position had just expired. So I'll just show you what I did because I'm gonna go to my history because you can learn a lot. Okay, selling put options right now is a really smart move because of elevated volatility. And of course, I'm trying to be transparent. I'm showing my history, okay? So check it out. On April 8th, like 3 days ago, middle of the week, all right? I sneezed. In my culture, in the Russian Soviet culture, it means that things are true when I sneeze, all right? So look, sell Nvidia 98 put. I did that April 8th. I collected $10,500, okay? 100 contract. I went in huge, massive. I told my Discord community, I think 98 is good, very good as an entry price. Now, of course, Nvidia ended up going up, and I just rolled this option just a few hours ago. Told my Discord community, we made $10,000. I'm gonna sell more puts. So I actually ended up closing this position for 3 cents, and then I opened up another one and I collected 11,000 more. So I'm making some decent money. Granted, still down, being honest with you, but making some really decent money on Nvidia. And I think Nvidia is a really good purchase right now at $100 per share, which is why I sold that $100 put option. And if you take a look at the response from Microsoft slowing data center construction and America's newly implemented reciprocal tariff, this isn't such good news for Nvidia overall, but this is historically the cheapest valuation, and it may represent what I believe to be a once in a lifetime opportunity on Nvidia as well. Everything right now is cheap. When things sell, you want to buy. When prices are going up, that's when you should be more cautious. So on the biggest red days, when there's market manipulation, when there is just no hope in sight, that's a good opportunity, okay? And by the way, Nvidia is making friends. They're making friends right now. And they announced a significant collaboration with Alphabet through its Google Cloud division to bring agentic AI capabilities to enterprises using the Nvidia Blackwell platform. Now, the economic impact of robotics, by the way, by 2035 can't be overstated. According to a recent market forecast, the global robotics market is projected to grow from 65 billion in 2024 to a staggering 376 billion by 2035, representing a compounded annual growth rate of 17%. Phenomenal. So I sold a 98 put option. Now I sold $100 put option because that's my entry price. I want to enter the stock cheaper than whatever the market's trading at. Instead of buying it, I'd rather be selling puts right now. At 16 times 2028 earnings, Nvidia stock offers a tremendous value. Now I want to talk about Tesla and the strategic focus they have on domestic production, because we know that we got a trade war going on with China and things are looking tough. Things are looking like they're going to stay tough for some time. And we're basically trying to come to a conclusion somewhere here. Trump says, I don't know what Trump's doing, and that's not even important. The politics, I'm going to stay out of. I'm going to tell you right now that when a stock goes down, it is better to buy than when it was up higher. So that Tesla, look, Tesla was at over 400. I put $1 million in. I've gotten out of Tesla for 300. I post every single update that I do in Discord. I'm not always posting it on YouTube. So when I see the comments, are you still bag holding Tesla? I'm not, okay? But, now that Tesla has pulled back, I want to jump in. I just want a more favorable price. I don't want to rush back into Tesla. My portfolio is a bit down and I want to be very smart and cautious with my investments. But I do believe Tesla is a good opportunity to sell put options right now. So you see, Tesla is at 252. And I think right here, if we can get 225 per share by selling 225 put options as a good entry, I think that is a genius move. Now look, Tesla emphasis on the US-based manufacturing and regional supply chain positions it favorably amid global trade uncertainties, potentially mitigating risk associated with international tariffs. The more domestic production we have, which is the goal of, Trump and in the party right now, of Trump and government, they want more production in the United States. And look, if Tesla has more of their strategic focus domestically, well, then they're going to have less tariffs to pay. So that's a good thing. And Tesla's actually doing pretty well in this market because they are more protected and they're trying to be less reliant on China. So again, 225 will be a good price to buy. Now, I want to look at Archer Aviation. This is a bit of a smaller cap company. Someone actually emailed me and said that this is a good company to invest in. This was many, many months ago. And I did my research and I actually really like this company. So in my portfolio, I'm going to go to ACHR because I have sold some put options. And this is going to be a great example to explain to you guys that when a stock sells off, you can see here, I have the $8 put option. I am down, but I'm going to be taking assignment on April 17th. So I'm going to be taking assignment of Archer, and I'm very excited because Archer at the forefront is revolutionizing urban transportation with its innovative electric vehicle takeoff and landing aircraft, or I'll refer to it as eVTOL, okay? Let's cover 3 things and the reasons why I have Archer. Real fast, real simple, real clear. Innovation technology. Archer's flagship aircraft, the Midnight, is designed to carry 4 passengers and a pilot, offering a sustainable and efficient solution for urban mobility. 2, strategic partnerships. I really look at strategic partnerships. They always say it's not like what you know, it's who you know. Okay, same thing with the businesses, with companies. They have a good strategic partnership. They have a collaboration with industry leaders like United Airlines, which has placed an order for 200 eVTOL aircraft, underscores Archer's credibility and market potential. So those relationships are very important. Now, regulatory progress. Achieving FAA approval for commercial operations marks a significant milestone, paving the way for the future. Now, what I like about Archer specifically is the valuation is pretty good. So if I go to the summary of this company, they have a small market cap, which means that there is a lot more room for growth. This company can become a $5 billion market cap, maybe a $10 billion market cap, and that means you get to multiply your money a lot easier. So this is a company that I'm looking out for. By the way, going back to SoFi for just 2 seconds, market cap is 11 billion. I think it can hit 20 billion. So when I see smaller market caps, that's generally a very good thing. Now, last but not least, QQQ. I am purchasing QQQ and I like all tech stocks right now. All Mag 7 stocks have sold off. They have had a lot of heat, but specifically, I think Nvidia is good, Tesla's good, Amazon's looking great. Apple had a big swing and I have a lot of Apple shares. And that's actually why my portfolio has been in a bit of a tough spot. It's because I couldn't predict the China situation, the tariffs affecting Apple so much. But hey, I got Apple and I'm bullish on Apple as well as Google. So overall, I'm bullish on tech stocks, and why have all these individual tech stocks when I can just own QQQ? That's it, guys. Simple, straight to the point. Hope that you have a good week. Make sure that you are safe in this market and make as much money as you possibly can while still protecting and hedging yourself using options. I have a free option trading course, absolutely free, teaching you all the strategies: buying, selling, hedging, protecting yourself, managing, closing, stock selection, everything that you can possibly want to learn about option trading. That's a free course I'll leave on the screen right now. Catch you guys during the week.